So today I did a thing. I set up a little 3-gallon plastic aquarium that I did the deep substrate dirted tank, and let's see here, I've got a betta in there if you see him. But I want to show you guys how I set this tank up. So thanks for joining me and glad you're here. Hey guys, Mary Page here, and today I'm going to set up my first little tank for my camper. It's going to be a dirted, deep substrated little 3-gallon aquarium for my betta fish, and my 2 assistants are out here. But all I've done is come out here to the backyard where I'm near the woods. As you see, there's no pesticides or anything sprayed on this ground, and I'm going to dig up just a little bit of this dirt here. Let's get down here. I don't need a lot because it's not going to be a very big tank, but it's going to be planted. So there you go. I've got 2 little scoops. Let's get that out of there. Little scoops of kind of a clay-based dirt. I've used this before, and it grows plants really well. The next thing I'm going to do is take some pre-existing sand out of another aquarium, which if you don't have another aquarium with pre-existing substrate in it, that's okay. I mix mine with regular sand. And then I'm going to crush up one of these root tabs to put in here with this and mix it all up. That's going to be the base layer. So easy enough. I'm going to crush this sucker up. Let's see if I can do it. Now I'm not making a fancy ADA super aquascaped aquarium. I'm just making a planted tank. It's a 3-gallon little acrylic tank that I got. It was a kit, nothing fancy, but I need to set something up for this old bed I have. So I'm going to take that, dump it in here, get my baking spoon, keep calm and bake on. It should say and sand on. Let's mix all this up with that dirt. I'm trying to hold the camera. And that's going to be my base layer when I get it all done. Kind of turn it into a slurry here. I ended up adding a little more sand to this. So now I don't know if you can see it, but so this is that soil I got out of the yard, an API root tab, and just some black sand. You can use any kind of sand you want. And this is going to be the base that we're going to cap with sand. And our roots from our plants will make it down to this soil, and it almost grows them as good as CO2 in a way. We'll just have to see. The backing on it, and you can see the acrylic's a little bit messed up, but let's see if I can get this around in here. This is the soil and the sand and the root tabs. I don't put a real thick layer. A lot of people put in like an inch, but I find that I get a little too much algae if I put my dirt too thick, especially in a little aquarium. So I'm just going to put this in there like that. This is soil out of my yard, sand, and API root tab. So, and you can see it's not very deep. This is a bag of substrate I've had. It's already been pre-rinsed. It is aquatic substrate, Imaginarium. You can get it at one of the big Boxco stores. Also, I think I got this off of Amazon. It's a little more expensive. I do like the Black Diamond sandblasting sand, but just at the moment I can't find it. So for this little tank, and like I said, I do apologize for that scratched up acrylic there. But as you can see, I've taken that sand and poured it in there, and it looks a little rough, but I'm going to fix this down here, and I'm going to show y'all how to do this. I might have to do it when it's wet, but if you'll go through and take something and kind of scrape it down like that, you can level out. Of course, when it gets wet, it'll look better too. Some people don't like the soil showing. I kind of like the soil showing at the bottom. But you can take a pencil, a credit card, anything, and rub it. See how it kind of leveled it out there? Let's see if I can do it again. I'm trying to do this one-handed. But now, if I didn't want it to show it all, I could take that all the way down to the bottom of the tank, and it would level it out. I think y'all can see what I'm doing there. Let's see if I can come from this direction now. Dang, I don't know how these people do this one-handed. Okay. Oh, that acrylic looks rough, but it'll look better when I get a light on it. Now, I'm ready to do some hardscaping. How does that look? Well, that's not level yet, but... See there? Oh no, OCD's kicking in. I couldn't hold the phone and plant the plants, so sorry I had to lay y'all down for a minute. I've got the water in here. I ended up using half aquarium water, half well water. Sorry, the little grandbaby's back there in the background, always talking. I've got pogo stem and stellatus octopus, some crypts, some little new pieces of substrate in there to get started. Not sure what that is, dwarf chain swords or another kind of crypt. There's another sword right there, and there's a piece of dragonstone with the Nubius on it from Diego at Natural Aquariums. The only thing that was new on this is this Hygger light. If it'll focus, yeah, off of Amazon. Not very expensive, I think around 20 bucks, something like that. So I'm going to take this little aquarium into the house, set it where it's going to go, get a fish in there, which is safe because I did use pre-existing tank water, and I used a pre-seeded sponge out of that tank. So, you know, it should be safe for a fish, but I probably will let it settle overnight and maybe do another little bit of a water change on it just in case I had any leaching of my soil. But I kind of covered up the soil line. I ended up going back in there with this little tool right here and going, you know, scraping along here. But I hope y'all enjoyed watching me set up this little scrapscape, and it was fun to do, and hopefully, you know, always explains how to do a dirted deep sand substrate, or at least it works for me. That's all I got to say. So if it works for me, it has to work for anyone. Well, y'all have a blessed day, and I'll do an update on it when it clears up and the plants start growing in. Thanks for watching.